Hello everyone, welcome to Ekam Academy and welcome to the answer writing series by Vijay Kumar. That's me. And we were dealing up with certain answers of environmental series. As I've said, I have started the GS paper 3 as the first note. And I want to give you a schedule like many people were asking, sir, would you like to do the rest of the general studies paper also? Yes, it's true. We are doing it. बट ओनली ये है कि लाइक हम सीक्वेंस में जा रहे हैं. पहले हम जीएस पेपर 3 इसीलिए उठाएं ताकि लाइक प्रॉब्लम्स जो मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट्स फेस करेंगे वो जीएस पेपर 3 में है. That's the reason why we have put forward this particular GS paper 3 as first note of solving the answers. That's it. Actually, we have to start it up with GS paper 1, but we thought that if it would be from GS paper 3, that would be benefiting maximum students. That's the reason why we have opted this particular aspect. Okay, so let's go into the question. And as everyone know, like how we would be running this particular show, like initially I'll be giving the question, and once you have to read the question, understand the question, then you have to see what is the approach you have to follow for the answer. Then along with me you have to write the answer. And people whoever would be facing the difficulties in writing the answer, please do drop your difficulties in the comment section. We would be helping you accordingly. And people who think that the introductions or those particular say statements or lines or points which they have written, are they have to be avoided or to be addressed within that particular question, you can just copy paste or just type it in the comment section. We would be giving replies to each and every comment you would be giving with that particular comment. Okay, so let's understand this particular question. The question is like, how is water scarcity different from water stress? Here we have two important words. So we have water stress and we have water scarcity. First, initially we have to give the differentiation between these both. Then we have to highlight the issue of water stress which is happening in India and suggest certain measures to address it. So obviously, what we have to write it in the introduction. So you might have read these articles. Generally, these kind of articles, they are not present in any of your geography or environment books. They generally come in the articles like Down to Earth. They generally come in articles like Yojana and Kurukshetra. Clear? So generally, mostly in Down to Earth and Yojana magazines or in different editorial articles, you would be finding this particular topics like water scarcity and water stress. From there you can lift. And as you know, if you don't have any solution for any resource, just type that particular keyword on the Google and just type the keyword called as UPSC. You will be finding the enough content regarding with it. Okay, so what is the approach which is associated with this particular answer? So initially you have to give the brief introduction regarding with what is water stress and what is water scarcity. So you have to differentiate between these particular two keywords now. Then highlight the issues of water scarcity of India and associated implications attached with it. Like what are the aspects which are making the water scarcity to happen in India or water stress to happen in India, and suggest some measures for this particular water conservation and conclude accordingly. So here there might be no particular conclusion as such, or else you can write certain quotes regarding the articles, or you can write, if we are not going to address this particular problem, how much worse this particular problem might be going to impact the human community as such. That is what you have to write in this particular video or in this particular answer. So let's start writing the introduction. So within the intro, and necessarily there is no necessity for you to give the heading of introduction and such. Okay, so introduction, if you say water scarcity refers to lack of water resources whereby scarcity is human driven. For managing functionality of human being. It means like water scarcity refers to like lack of water resources, whereby scarcity is a human driven, because like this scarcity as a problem has occurred because of human driven nature. Why this scarcity has approached? This has approached for managing functionality of human being. The functionality of human being, when it has been managed, then only this particular scarcity has approached. Are you getting this point? Now you have to write about water stress also, because he has asked you the differentiation between water scarcity and water stress. Water stress refers to lack of fresh water resources for managing human and ecological demand. For human and ecological demand. For human and ecological demand, which is broader concept than water scarcity, which is a broader concept than water scarcity. So here it is just lack of water resources, where scarcity shall be a human driven. Here it refers to lack of fresh water resources for managing human and ecological demand, which is a bit broader in concept. So if you could see in this particular water stress, you can include like this water stress focuses upon physical factors like water availability, water quality, water accessibility, and water sufficiency. Where water scarcity doesn't involve these particular physical factors, whereby this particular water stress would be also involving this particular concept of water availability, water quality, water accessibility, and water sufficiency. So in this particular regard, you can give up or frame up with this introduction. You can precise the thing also. It's not like you have to write the amount of content same like what I have written. Where you can precise is like when they have asked it for 150 words, you can precise. When they have asked it for 200 words, you can just write this particular content normally. Done. Now, what is the next part of the question? The next part of the question, if you see, they have asked regarding with the reasons why this particular water stress is coming into picture. Now, it is necessary that we have to write certain reasons attached with it. So, this is the main body of the answer which we are going to write. Increasing demand of water per capita availability is being reduced So there is huge increase in demand of the water as the population is being increased. Clear. So with the increase in population, as you know, in India has 17% of the world population, but it just possesses 4% of the water facilities which are provided. So due to this increasing demand of water, we are having this particular water stress situation. And if you see per capita availability, the per capita availability of water has also slowly started reducing on a clear note. Next, you can write one more point like lack of access to clean water. Clear. So due to the water pollution and due to underground water pollution, so the clean water availability, exclusively the drinking water facilities which are there, these drinking water facilities are being reduced as such. So this is one of the most important aspect which you have to focus. Done. Next, pollution of water. As you see, the river pollution, the underground water pollution, contaminated water, the industrial waste which are entering into the water. If you see certain rivers which are exclusively on the banks of the, which are exclusively along the cities, like the river Musi, where you have Hyderabad. If you could see the Musi entire, the drainage, sewage treatment goes into it. And if you go and check Yamuna, where you have Delhi, Agra, Mathura, which is located on the bank on Yamuna river, these cities, they have made the industrial effluents to be released here. So pollution of water is one most important aspect, and more groundwater utilization. So which is also depleting the groundwater resources. And one more point which you can write, through which we can focus and we have this particular situation, is paradoxical situation of floods and droughts. So in India, if you see, either because of floods or because of droughts, clear. So we are having this particular water stress situation which is falling into picture. So if these particular 5-6 points, if they are coming into picture, and you can elaborate if you want, like if you see pollution of water because of the industries, or if you have some facts like per capita availability 1951 में कितना था, पहुंचते पहुंचते 2011 में कितना है, 2021 में कितना है. अगर factual informations आपके पास है तो ठीक है, but this is a nominal average answer which you can construct with some good amount of marks you would be awarded. Clear? So this is the body of answer which you have to write, and as this particular answer doesn't have any specific conclusion, so in the conclusion itself we are going to suggest some measures or the steps which are in required. Steps need to be taken. What are the steps which are needed to be taken? Water harvesting has to be promoted. First step. Best example is rainwater harvesting technique in every household. Clear. Some stringent awareness campaigns have to be run regarding with this particular rainwater harvesting aspects, through which the fresh water collecting and utilization can be done at the source level itself. Heavy afforestation has to be done, like block plantations and agroforestries, horticulture. They have to be developed very effectively. Clear. So heavy afforestation has to be promoted. And the next one is sustainable agricultural practices have to be promoted. Clear. The most sustainable methodology of agriculture has to be promoted. This is one most important thing where we can come across and curtail this particular water stress as a situation. Next step is zonal mapping on water availability. Clear. So when zonal mapping would be done, dividing them into red blocks, green blocks, blue blocks and orange blocks, on that particular basis, utilizing that particular amount of water might come as a handy step which can be taken. Next one is industrial water quotas, tradable permits, have to be coming into picture. Otherwise, excess utilization of water by the industries is also not clear. One of the like it is the industrial quota has to be fixed. Why? Because if there is no limit, excess utilization of water by these particular industries are also creating one of the havoc situations. Clear? And shifting to renewable energies like solar and wind. Why? Because like utilizing this geothermal energy, thermal energy, or utilizing this hydroelectric power are disturbing this particular water problems as such. Clear? So are creating huge amount of water problems as such. Clear? So hence through these particular points which we have written, we can conclude our particular answer. So these are some of the points which can be written within the measures which we can suggest. If you have more better conclusions, you can just drop it in the comment section so that we would be acknowledging them, either justifying them or adjusting them within these particular points. So try to get the feedbacks. मतलब जो इंट्रोडक्शन आप लिखेंगे वो इंट्रोडक्शन को कॉपी पेस्ट करके कमेंट में डाल दीजिए, ताकि हम चेक करके आपको अच्छा फीडबैक देंगे. आपका जो बॉडी है वो बॉडी ऑफ आंसर को भी हम अच्छे फीडबैक देंगे. नहीं तो आप कंक्लूजन डाल दिए, आप पूछ सकते हैं कि ये कंक्लूजन डाल सकते कि नहीं. नहीं तो एक पॉइंट में आपका कंफ्यूजन है, नहीं तो कीवर्ड में आपका कंफ्यूजन है, वो भी आप कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल दीजिए. वी आर गोइंग टू हेल्प यू इन दिस पर्टिकुलर रिगार्ड. So make sure that you follow this particular regular answer writing so that you can come better and better of yours. See, I'm not saying like this is the best answer in the world, but this will help you in guiding and starting up answer writing as effectively from the zero note. Okay, so we are just trying to help those students who are stuck at the base or who are stuck at the beginning or who are stuck in the middle. Clear? So moving further, we will be having value additions of the answers also. So please try to give your valuable feedbacks for these particular answer writing series. Thank you for watching this video. Have an awesome day. Jai Hind.